Welcome to Monthly Motivation for October, and welcome to a new month and a new quarter. We are into quarter 4 of 2020. Can you believe it? Before we dive into what the topic of today is going to be, which I am sure by the thumbnail photo, many of you are motivated and inspired to hear what I'm going to be sharing with you today. But first, I want to inform you that a portion of today's video is sponsored by Skillshare. I always enjoy promoting this platform because it's a great opportunity to expand your knowledge and learn new skills. Skillshare is an online learning community with classes for everyone. They offer classes ranging from art to business, technology, life skills, and so much more. Skillshare allows you to find what fascinates you. This month, I enjoyed tapping into what the staff picks were. The 20-minute Designing the Life You Want class was particularly enjoyable. Within the class is 4 questions designed to give you clarity and motivation. I highly encourage you check it out. Skillshare offers classes to fit every schedule and every skill level. It's an affordable way to learn at less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. The first 1,000 subscribers to click the link in the description box below this video will get a free 2-month trial of Skillshare Premium. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Let me tell you a little about myself. My name is Tracy Hensel. I am a business owner of Hensel Coaching and Consulting. I am a coach and consultant. I am also a mother of 5 children, all girls ranging in age from the oldest being 27 years old and the youngest being 14. My oldest 4 daughters are all in their 20s. We had a late bloomer and she's 14. Many of you know her as Pips, but her name is Chloe. I started my coaching journey about 13 years ago as a health and wellness coach, and then I transitioned into coaching and consulting in all areas of your personal life as well as professional. If you want to learn more about me, I will have links in the description box below where you can find out more about me, my business, and the services that I provide. With this year's pandemic and COVID-19, many of you probably wish we could have a do-over of all of the quarters leading up to now. Well, everyone's going to have a different perception of that because I had some wonderful things happen in Q1 and Q2. Those were a couple of my most profitable months, so it's amazing what can happen. One thing that did get compromised for me in Q2 and Q3 is my diet. Now, for those of you that know me well and you follow me on Instagram stories, you watch my YouTube videos religiously, you're signed up for both of my newsletters, you know all about how disciplined I am and that I get the job done when it comes to diet and exercise. Well, my exercise routine was not compromised in the least bit, but my diet was, and it's time to get back on the plan, and I would like you to join me in that goal, and we're gonna work together as a team because I am going to offer you my coaching and support the entire month of October. So whether you have a goal to lose weight or you would like to maintain your weight, and maybe you struggle with that because even maintaining our weight can be a real struggle. I know that I struggle staying in my weight window. I have creeped out of it over the last 6 months, but I'm ready to get back there, and it is not like me to let this go too long. We are all in a different place, and we all just need to go on this little journey, this journey that's going to take us to the goal for the month, and we need to create what is going to work for us. What I'm going to share with you today in this video is 5 tips for you to utilize throughout the entire month of October so that you can achieve your weight loss goals or get back into your maintenance window like me and then stay there for the rest of the quarter. And don't forget, failing to plan is planning to fail, and we are entering the holiday season. It will be here before you know it. Today's October 1st. It's going to be here before you know it. It's going to sneak up on us, and if you're not prepared and have a plan, that could mean that you will fail. The other thing that I want to share is how I plan on supporting you. So we're all going to start this journey together today, and I'm going to share 5 tips with you that you are going to utilize to get through this month. But I'm also going to support you every single Saturday. There's 5 Saturdays in the month of October, so we're going to meet 5 times. Once a week, every single Saturday throughout the month at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, you will have an opportunity to join me on Zoom where I can give you my coaching and my support. We will talk about what's working for us, what things we need to tweak. I'm going to break down each week into a different category. 2 days from today is our first meeting this Saturday, October 3rd, 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And our focus is going to be on diet, because diet is the biggest change that you need to make if you are looking to lose weight or maintain your weight. I want to get that class in at the beginning of the month because it is where you will get the majority of your results from. Next Saturday, week 2, October 10th, again, same time, same platform, we will talk about exercise. You will provide questions for me. I'm going to give you some thoughts and perspectives and things to consider to get you on the right track. Week 3, we will join together on Saturday, October 17th, again, same time, and we're going to hone the schedule. And when I go through the 5 tips for the month, you'll know what I'm talking about we're really going to be doing a class on each of the tips, but week 3 is going to be tweaking that schedule. I know the schedule really needs to take place up front, and we'll talk, each week we will hit on everything, but we're going to put our main focus on whatever the topic of the day is. Week 4, which is October 24th, that's going to be a week where we're going to tweak things. We're going to talk about what's working, what's not working, what challenges have presented themselves, and we're going to tweak things. And week 5, which is actually Halloween, October 31st, no candy. Stay out of the kids' candy if they're even going to have Halloween this year. I'm sure it's going to be different in different areas. That's the last day of the month. We're also going to do some final tweaking as well during that class, but we're going to talk about what's going to happen starting the next day, November 1st. Who is ready to keep on going on this journey, and if you want me to continue to support and coach you on a weekly basis throughout the next month. So a lot going on. Links to everything will be in the description box below. You can click on the link to get more information on the 5 weeks of classes. Every single class you register for individually and pay for individually. Maybe you don't want to attend the exercise class. Maybe you don't need any support in that class. So you're just going to do week 1, and then maybe you want to come back and do week 3. The class for each person each week is $47. You're more than welcome to register for all 5 classes up front, but just know that you will check out individually for each one of the classes. If you can't attend a class, but you still know you want to be a part of it, then go ahead and purchase that week's class, and once the replay is available, it will be emailed to you, and that generally takes 24 to 48 hours. So let's say you can't attend week 1 for diet, but you know you want to be able to hear what we're talking about and what I'm sharing, and you still want that support. Purchase week one's class and just know that Sunday or Monday of next week, you will get your email with the class, and you have the class forever, so you can go back and resource these at any time. Again, the information will be when you click that link in the description box below. So let's talk about what the 5 tips for the month is so that you can achieve this goal. If you've watched my last couple YouTube videos or you've been following me on Instagram stories, you already have a heads up as to what's going on. So many of you have already planned for today. Also, for those of you that attended last Saturday's class, Dress for Success, I talked heavily about what to expect for the month of October. Many of you are already registered for the weekly classes. If you want to take the Dress for Success class, I will have the replay link in the description box below. You can purchase that. It'll be emailed to you, and that will be perfect for your viewing pleasure, because once you get the body the way you want it, you are definitely going to want to show up and be dressed for success. Okay, so tip number 1 is choose your diet plan. Choose your diet plan. It does not matter what diet you choose. You can count calories if that works for you. You can try keto. You could do low carb. You can do intermittent fasting as well. It does not matter what diet plan, program you choose, because they all work. Every single one of them will achieve weight loss or weight maintenance if you follow it. Every single one. There's no right or wrong. You can have high fat if you want. You can have high carb if you want. You can have whatever you want. If you're doing calorie counting and you want pizza, have pizza. I'm not going to be here to tell you what to eat, because you don't get results by what other people do. You get results by following the plan that is going to work for you. If you want more help and support in figuring that out, I'll see you in 2 days in week 1's class, where we will be focusing on diet, and I can help you decide what may interest you the best. A lot of times it's looking at what did I have success with in the past and what didn't I execute and deliver in. But all diets do work. Not all food is created equal. We all know that. But everyone can lose weight if they're in a calorie deficit. We'll talk more about it this Saturday. Number 2, choose your exercise plan. They all work. You can work out in a gym and you can work out at home. You can do cardio machines, you can do HIIT routines, you can do yoga, you can do Pilates, you can run, you can jump rope. It doesn't matter what you do. You know what is going to serve you best, and it's what you're going to stick with. So choose your exercise place and your exercise plan, and something that you will stick with. My goal for myself is 5 workouts per week. That's what I do year round, year after year. I always have. You are going to have to figure out what is a realistic number for you, but I'm going to encourage you to make that number 3 if you are coming from a sedentary place and you have not worked out in forever. A minimum of 3 is going to give you better results than 1 or 2 if you're following tip number 1, which is your diet. So minimum of 3 workouts a week. Don't make any pie in the sky goals that you can't achieve. Number 3 is walking. I want every single one of you watching to be walking several days a week. I want you to choose your place you're going to walk, your plan, and your person, okay? Place, plan, person. You have to know where you're going to walk, whether it's going to be on a treadmill or you're going to be outside, preferably outside, because you may view a treadmill walk as a cardio, and that may take the place of one of your workouts for the week. Again, we'll talk more about exercise on October 10th in week 2 if you have questions and if you want support. That's where you're going to go to get some coaching from Tracy, is in these weekly classes on Saturday. But walking is so important. So if you make a goal, and my goal is 5 walks a week, and right now they take place outdoors because the weather is suitable, you have to look at what's going to work for you. Eliminate the excuses though, and I also encourage you to do a minimum of 3 walks a week. The walks are not going to be your workouts. Okay, I just said that. Your walks are not going to be your workouts. If you really want to see results in the month of October, follow my tips and you will see results. So you have 3 workouts a week, and that doesn't include walking, and you have 3 walks per week. Those 3 walks need to be a minimum of 45 minutes at a pace that is comfortable for you. Not a leisure walk preferably, something a little bit more. The walk can be longer, but 45 minutes at a minimum. So again, 3 workouts per week, 3 walks per week. That means you are actually doing something to work towards your goal 6 times in 1 week. Now you can walk on the same day that you do a workout. All that matters is in a 7-day period, you are getting 3 workouts in and 3 walks. I don't care where you put them, because that's not what's going to give you results. Don't analyze it, get the job done, throw out the excuses. But this is going to take us into tip number 4, which is really putting it all together, and that is schedule your week. You are going to schedule everything. Get yourself a planner, a journal, a notebook, or something to schedule your week. And I have been showing you on Instagram stories the last couple weeks how I track things. If you missed it, you need to be watching my videos, because I'm always telling you to watch me on Instagram stories. I have been saving my stories to a highlight titled goal. Go to that highlight so you can get caught up. Strongly encourage you're watching every single day. You need to have a schedule. Now, what are you going to schedule? You're going to schedule your workouts, and that includes your cardio, your weight training, anything that you're going to do, abs, whatever it is, you're going to schedule your workouts. I can't tell you when the best time for you is. You have to figure that out, but I will share with you that the day gets away. The day gets away. I am going to have a whole library of videos in the description box below that talks about creating this schedule and how to put a plan together, and some things that I've witnessed over the years by working with the many clients that I have personally trained and wrote diets for many years. Get it done in the morning if you can. Get up a little bit earlier, go to bed earlier, because the day will get away. But you're going to schedule those workouts, break it down. You're also going to schedule your walks, because if you get a partner, you need to work together to see when it is going to work for both of you to meet for your walk. You are going to schedule your grocery shopping. But before that, you need to create a list. So you're going to work on a grocery list. Again, this is why you need some type of system, a planner, a journal, a notebook. Keep everything together and keep it handy, because you're going to need it to help with the accountability. On the week 3, October 17th, we will be talking about the schedule. I'm going to break down and take you through some of the components that I implement, and I'm going to help and support you to get your schedule more tweaked. So again, you're already going to be half a month in on your goal for October, but you're going to find out what's working and what's not. So it's going to be the perfect time for me to come in and support you on that process of putting your schedule together. Grocery list. You're going to schedule the grocery shopping trip. You're going to schedule the meal planning and meal prepping. You're also going to do something that's going to be pivotal for your success. And this is something I always had my clients do. Today, I want you to look at the whole month at a glance of October. and see if you already know of some upcoming things throughout the month that are celebratory. They are going to be parties or dinners out that are already scheduled where you know you're going to be eating a celebratory meal, probably something that doesn't align with the goal for the month. That does not mean that you cannot have that celebratory meal, treat meal, cheat meal, whatever you would like to call it. That doesn't mean that you can't have it. Just understand it depends on what your goal is. If your goal is to lose weight, not 2 days, 2 meals, 2 celebratory meals is probably all you're going to get away with. If you are in your weight window and you are maintaining, you probably can get away with 1 per week. But we all take in a different amount of food on a regular basis, whether we're eating clean and scaling back and dieting, or we're going out. So it is going to vary and be different for everyone, just like everything is. You're going to have to play with it, and I'm going to be here to support you each and every week. We will bring up all of these things, and I will be answering your questions each week to help support all of you. Probably won't get every person's question in, but I will look for a pattern of similar questions, but everyone will benefit from hearing the answers. Sleep is going to be pivotal because we know if you schedule a wake-up workout, which is a great time to do a cardio, let me chime that quick tip in. A wake-up cardio in a fasted state is a great time to do your cardio to encourage a great fat burn because it's going to tap into the stored fat. We'll talk more about that in week 2 when we hone in on the exercise. Sleep is important. You're going to have to say no to some things, maybe Netflix, maybe scrolling your phone, to say yes to sleep so that you can get the job done when it comes to everything that's going to be on your plate, especially if you're coming from 0. You're coming from 0 and now you've got 3 workouts to get in per week and 3 walks. You're going to have to modify what's happening with the sleep right now. 8 hours at a minimum is ideal. I'll take 7 if I need to, but 8 is what we're shooting for. When you're mapping out your week, consider the time it takes to get ready for your workout and get undone from your workout. So for myself, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I actually don't start my workout until about 4:20 because by the time I get dressed and I drink my water and I shake up my supplements and I take my vitamins, and I get in the basement where I do my workouts because my workouts are from home. Check out my library below if you want to know more about me. It's all down there. There's prep involved. So if someone were to allocate 1 hour for their workout, just remember you may need 15 minutes leading up to that when you're mapping out your entire day, and you may need 15 minutes after that. Always important to factor that in. Tip number 5, this is so big, say no to distractions. And by distractions, I mean many things. You're going to be saying no to food distractions for sure. If you work in the office and let's say bagels or donuts are brought in, that's a distraction, okay? You're going to have to say no to that if you're on this plan. If you're on this plan, I'm here to support you. Also, no to people. Not everyone needs to know what you're doing, because the minute you tell someone you're on a diet and you may share with them you're doing keto, the person is going to tell you how keto doesn't work, which we all know that all diets work. It's the person doesn't work for the diet. It's not the diet doesn't work for the person. All diets will create weight loss if you stick to them. Some you'll have an easier time to stick with, others you won't, but it's not that the diet doesn't work. Most people don't have the best people skills when it comes to listening with intent. When someone shares something, that doesn't mean they're asking for your input. So just remember that. Be careful who you share what you are doing with. Yes, I want you to get people to join in Get your friends, your sister, your mother, but make sure these are people that support you and they're not trying to distract you. Tune out the noise. You have to tune out the noise because people will love to try to fill you with it, especially when you're working towards a goal, because most people don't achieve the goal. So it would make sense then that they will find flaws with it. And that's about them, not you. So tune out the distractions. Other distractions, if you can't stay out of the kids' Cheez-Its or Goldfish, may I ask why they are entering the home and the pantry? Everyone in the home will do just fine without the triggers that will get to you. You can't have the triggers around. Another way to look at this is don't set yourself up for failure. Because if you're putting things in the home that are just going to distract you, big shiny object syndrome, which could be food, it's going to derail you from your success. So you have to be very careful. You're going to be saying no a lot, including the distractions. Netflix, and you did get your walks in, you have to ask yourself, why not watch your Netflix while you're on a cardio machine? I don't watch any YouTube, any Instagram stories, anything. Well, you already know I don't watch television, but I don't watch any videos, podcasts, anything like that unless I'm on a cardio machine. It's not going to happen. I have to be doing something else. So utilize your time. I'm not always for multitasking, but there is a time and place, and your cardio is a great time. It's a great time to jump on and binge watch my videos in the library below. It's a great time to get caught up on my Instagram stories. Remember the highlight titled goal. Don't go to restaurants if that's going to trigger you. Don't order takeout or pick up takeout if that's going to trigger you. Don't have pizza delivered if that's going to trigger you. Now again, it just depends on how much celebratory eating you would like to do. Okay, and it's all going to be gauged on what your goals are. I also want to talk about the scale. Now, I would love for all of you to wait until the end of the month to weigh yourself, because the scale is not your friend. Your diet is your friend and your exercise routine is your friend. But so many people make the scale their friend and then it's the frenemy because it ends up being the enemy. You're going to do just fine for a few days, and then if you slip up or you choose to take that treat meal or a celebratory meal, that's going to set off that scale. And that's what happens. So people will be trying to lose weight and they get so caught up in that scale and they get discouraged. If you're taking any meals that are not on your plan, you're going to have that fluctuation. So if you feel the need to weigh yourself, I want you to at least wait until mid-month. We will be meeting week 3, Saturday, October 17th. I'd like you to wait until October 16th to weigh yourself. So that means you can go weigh yourself today, you can track it, but the next time you step on that scale is going to be October 16th. We will talk about what the message was from the scale when we meet week 3 on the 17th. Because what the scale tells you is information. It's what we're going to do with that information for the last 2 weeks. It can vary depending on how much effort you're putting in. It's going to vary, but we're all going to talk about it and we're going to be able to hear how other people have done over the first 16 days of the month. So these weekly classes are where the real success is going to come as far as the support. The real success is going to come from you following the 5 tips, the plan, the schedule, avoiding the distractions, saying yes to you and no to things that don't serve you. Water intake is pivotal. I am going to encourage every single one of you to attempt to drink a gallon of water a day. I believe that's 128 ounces of water. You may think you're going to be peeing all day or get up in the middle of the night. Well, I've been working with clients for the last 12, 13 years, and that's generally not what is causing us to go to the bathroom all day long. Yes, it may increase, but there's often other factors. If you want to make excuses, by all means, make excuses. Don't drink the water. I can't force you to, but I'm going to encourage you, and now I'm just going to pass that baton to you and let you do with it what you want. A minimum intake of water is half your weight in ounces. Half your body weight in ounces. If you weigh 162 pounds, you're going to drink a minimum of 80 ounces of water per day. But I'd love for you to go after the gallon. Would love for you to do that. Let's just see what you can do. Give it a try. We all know the excuse people. Do you want to be one? Or do you want to say that person I'm going to leave behind? I'm just going to give this a shot and I'm going to see what happens. Again, we'll talk about it each week if it's working for you or if it's not. That's what the weekly classes are going to be for. In wrapping up, many of you right now probably feel motivated. You are so inspired from watching this video. This is the time. Yes, I'm so ready. Q4, here I come. I'm just going to throw out the last 3 quarters and all the choices that I made that didn't serve me. I'm ready for this. I'm going to go out of the year with a bang. Well, I'm not here to break down that motivation. In fact, I'm here to encourage it. I want to see you be successful, but I don't have control over that. The only person that can control the success of this challenge is you. And I have some news that's going to be hard to hear. And that news is how you feel right now, inspired, motivated, so ready, so excited because you're going to have a huge support system of other like-minded women, which is something we all desire. I know because you always tell me this. Motivation is not going to sustain you. Motivation is not going to get the job done. And how you feel right now is not how you're going to feel all throughout these 30 days that we have left. There's 31 days in October. We have 30 days after today. You are not going to feel motivated and inspired all 30 of those days. It's a hard truth, but it is. It's the truth. If you think about it, you know it. Tap into how you feel today because your choices for the rest of the day can be made based off of how you feel right now. So tap into those days when you have momentum, when you feel inspired and motivated, and surround yourself with tools to keep you there. My videos, my Instagram stories. Connect with other women. Find other women in the class that you can connect with throughout the week, each week, and then you'll join the class the following Saturday. Find women to connect. You're more than welcome to use the chat box and get to know one another and exchange emails, numbers, whatever. We want to be on this journey with like-minded people going after the same prize. Eye on the prize. Talk about that all the time. Keep your eye on the prize and keep your eye and ears out of the lanes on both sides of you. Stay in your box. Again, you're going to tune out a lot of noise. But motivation is not what sustains you. It's everything I talked about. It's having the diet plan. It's having the exercise plan. It's having the schedule. It's having the schedule. It's getting your walks in, and it's avoiding and saying no to the distractions. That's what's going to get the job done. So there you go. I look forward to seeing all of you in 2 days at 1 o'clock Eastern Time in our week 1 class, which will be specifically geared towards diet, but I will be supporting you in any way that I can. Don't forget to check all the links in the description box below so that you can see what the breakdown of each week is, and you can go in and select what weeks you want. You don't have to select them all today. You can purchase the class as you go, very affordable. but it's all in the description box, so take advantage of that. And then before I leave you, don't forget Skillshare. That link will be in the description box below as well. And the first 1,000 subscribers to click that link will get a 2-month free trial of Skillshare Premium. Love Skillshare. Lots of content there in classes to keep you on this journey, to keep you motivated, to keep you inspired. But always remember, at the end of the day, you have to put the work in. And you could do it. I have your back. I'm here to support you. All right. Thanks for joining me. See you Saturday, and then I'll see you next week on YouTube. Check out the video library in the description box. Take care.